What's up and welcome back to my channel. I am super excited to cover how to achieve your end goals in your network marketing business. So I'm going to be giving you 7 tips today on how to crush it with your network marketing business with your monthly goals and how to hit that next promotion. So if you've never seen me before, my name is Aylor. I help entrepreneurs, network marketers, and coaches how to scale and skyrocket their business in the online space with the latest marketing strategies. So let's hop right on into it. First, we're going to be covering step number 1 or tip number 1, how to crush your monthly goals. All right, so the very first tip that I have for you is ask for a favor. And what I mean by this is to ask your friends and family if they will help you out and tell them, hey, I'm really close to my very next goal and I want to ask you guys for a favor. If you've been considering ordering from me or supporting my small business, then I would appreciate it if you do that now. And let them know, how many orders away are you? Are you 3 orders away? Are you 5 orders away? And speak and communicate that, right? Because people want to help other people. It's in our blood. We want to know that we're helping people, especially for those yellow personality types. It's a great way to get people to take the plunge because ultimately, as a friend or a family member, they want to know that they are able to help you. So you can do this in a post. You can do this by reaching out to someone. For an example, I recently put a post up and I said, hey guys, I am literally 5 orders away from my very next goal and promotion. I know you've been considering ordering this and I've talked to a lot of you, so it's a win-win. If you support me, I will also be able to help you achieve those goals that I know you're wanting to achieve as well. So, right, it's a win-win. So don't be afraid to ask. Another thing is taprooting, and you may be like, what is taprooting? So tip number 2 is to taproot. And what that means is I want you, if you have a team, if you've built and established a team, to reach down in your organization and begin taprooting. And what this means is I want you to reach out to someone who is in your team and tell them, hey, do you realize you're only $300 in sales from your next promotion? Are you like running after that? Are you interested in running after that? I don't want you to leave the money on the table because you know when you hit this rank, and then let them know, like, for your company, what is it? Do they get free product credit? Do they get a bonus? Do they get a pay raise, right? Most of the time there are pay raises or promotions for hitting ranks. And so let them know what they could be leaving on the table and ask them, like, are you wanting to go after it? Or are you not really interested in doing this thing? And communicate that with your team, because a lot of times people just need that extra little push or nudge. Or the truth is, a lot of people don't even necessarily know what it is that they could be leaving on the table. So it's our job as a leader to reach out to them and also get your leaders within your organization doing the same thing. Rally them up and just say, hey, we've got X amount of time until the end of the month. Let's go and start reaching out to people and seeing where they are at and achieving their goals, and let's help push them and give them some guidance and see where they're at. That's also going to let you know, are they really wanting to run after this thing? Are they serious about building this thing? Or are they just kind of just doing it as a hobby, right? Tip number 3 is I want you to go bump old posts. Now, social media is a huge thing. I'm sure if you're in the network marketing industry, you're on social media. And so Facebook specifically, you can go and bump old posts, and that could look like, you know, writing a comment on the post and saying, hey you guys, I'm super close to my next promotion, I'm only 3 orders away, or hey you guys, I'm placing orders today, or hey, who wants to save $10 today, right? Or whatever that is. But also use this as a strategy, your old post, to go follow up with people, which leads me to my next tip, which is number 4, and it's follow up. The fortune is in the follow up, and you can use those old posts by seeing who's ever inquired, who's ever asked for information, who has yet to pull the trigger, and you can actually reach out to them and say, hey girl, were you wanting to get started still? Like, I can even throw out an incentive, which leads me to my next tip is throwing out an incentive. Maybe it's an incentive for the customer or potential customer and telling them they can save $10 or they'll get a free set of something, or you're giving something away, or they're going in a drawing, you know, whatever those incentives look like. It could be an Amazon card drawing, whatever. I want you to follow up and let them know this. If you're pushing for a ranking and achievement, a lot of times people haven't pulled the trigger because they're waiting for a deal or the right incentive to come along. So this could be the perfect nudge to get them off the fence. And then of course, you know, also incentivizing your team, right? Like you can say, hey, whoever gets the most sales in the next 24 or 48 hours, I'm gonna put you in a drawing for this, or you're gonna win or earn this, right? Whatever can incentivize people, and also know what drives them, right? Like, we all have different incentives and perks that drive us. Some it could be money, some it could be like a handbag or a purse or a wallet or a gift card. You know, a lot of times people won't go buy that nice wallet for themselves. They have a hard time spending money on themselves, but if you put it out as a promotion or an incentive, they're gonna be all over that like white on rice, because it's something that they wouldn't buy for themselves, but they would love to have and love to earn. So tip number 5, or the very next tip, is to go live. Okay, I know it can be scary and intimidating to go live. A lot of people, in my organization, or people that I coach and mentor, they don't want to go live. It is terrifying. So what I suggest is just having some bullet points, know what you're going to talk about. It doesn't have to be super long-winded, like 5 to 10 minutes, you can get your message across, and it's a huge milestone for many people, but go live and also offer some valuable tips on what your products can do for someone, and let them know and enlighten them what products you have that can help them achieve whatever the goal is, and speak to those pain points, because as we know, holding up a bottle of something, or like a shake, it doesn't tug on the heartstrings, and it definitely doesn't help. It's not something that how am I trying to say this? It's not like something that someone can get emotionally connected to or feel that emotional attachment. So you want to make sure you're speaking to the pain points, and you want to make sure that you are targeting, like, what are the benefits from it? Like, you can solve a problem with your product, so what are those? And shine light on those. The next tip is to ask for referrals. Like, one of my biggest tips, and you can actually grab my prospecting scripts below, I'll be linking them below. I have a lot of tips and ways to prospect, but one of my favorite is to ask someone, indirectly, if they're on the fence of wanting to join you, or they've inquired but they haven't pulled the trigger yet, you can even say, hey, I wanted to reach out and I just wanted to see, do you have anyone in mind that would be interested in making a little extra additional income, or in losing 5 to 10 pounds, or whatever it is that your product does? Do you have anyone that comes to mind that you can help refer to me? And a lot of times what's going to go in their mind is, hey, like, I don't want to refer people because I'm thinking about joining, and it may help move the needle forward so that they actually get started, or they order themselves, because people like to feel like they're a part of something and they don't want to feel left out. So that is a really great indirect way to also get them off of the fence and ordering, or otherwise referring someone. And some companies, like my company, if you refer people, you can actually get free product credit or something for free. So you can even say, hey, would you be open to putting a referral post on your timeline and tagging me in it? Or would you be open to seeing if you have anyone interested? Look, if we get X amount of sales, you're gonna get free product credit, or you're gonna get this for free, right? So that's another nudge to help get more people in your funnel, more eyes on you, to get more sales and move the needle closer to achieving your month-end goals. And also it's tapping into their network and getting you more leads. Even if you don't necessarily get sales right away from those referral posts or the referrals, you still want to friend them and connect with them and get them where they're constantly seeing your post and your content, because as I've shared before, people don't normally pull the trigger until the 5th to 12th time they've either been exposed to something or followed up with or seen it. So this begins that process, right? And the next thing I briefly touched on earlier is just offering incentives for your team, or for even potential customers, to get them off the fence. So these are my top 7 tips. I hope that they helped. Also, if you're not sure about how to follow up with people or how to even talk to people, and that's a scary, intimidating thing for you, be sure to grab the link below of my top favorite prospecting scripts, as well as my top favorite money-making activities, which is the same exact thing that brought me to the top of my company. I'm sharing those exact tips that you need to be implementing on a daily basis in your business to grow and to continue to grow. So I hope these tips helped you. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so that way you're alerted on all other training episodes that I release and put out. And leave a comment below if you found value in this, or what you're going to implement today. And I would love to know the outcome, so be sure to comment below. Until next time, bye.